TheFREAK Productions.
Okay, so it's finally here, and let's see what we have in the box. Yeah, it's a small one, fragile all over the place. So let's see. Yeah, I know it's the 26th, so this should be a Christmas present, but well, it's Boxing Day, right? So now I need to Google it for why is it called Boxing Day. And yeah, so big box, big knife. See if I don't cut anything that's really required, especially my hands. Let's see, so the box seems to have here something, and yeah, so sorry about the noise. Okay, let's see. Well, one thing's for sure, this is well packed, Alan. And yeah, I should be probably telling something, right? So this is actually something that I actually need to thank Mike, which is, you know, probably most people know him by Sim UK. And it was after watching a YouTube video on his channel. So if you don't know him, just search YouTube for Sim UK, S-I-M UK, and yeah, he's basically a simulation guru, so to speak, and that's what he enjoys. And I was basically so I used to enjoy sim games when I was a bit younger. When I mean a bit, and I need to be careful about the monitor or else it's not expensive, but you know, it's still. So I used to like sim games, especially cars and motorbikes. And you know, now I just got the urge of getting back to those games. You know, and for cars, there's a lot of choice. So, you know, wheels, you have Logitech, you have Thrustmaster, you also have Fantech if you want to go like the US guys like to say, balls deep on the sim stuff. So for cars, that's easy. But for motorbikes, that's a lot harder to find, you know, something that actually, you know, you could enjoy using it while playing the games. So, searching the web, I came across a video from Sim UK, Mike, and he was demoing GP bikes, which is probably the most realistic bike simulator available, although it's still beta, but it's pretty good. And also a system that he bought from a gentleman called Alan, which used to build custom bikes, and a system that's called the HS. So I don't know if you can see inside the box, but you know, everything seems well packed. So we have here one extra box. Let's put it here. We have here some other bits and pieces. My girls will love this stuff. I actually love it too. So. Nice. So this stays here. Another piece. Running out of real estate here. So we'll put it here. And another piece. And more protective stuff, you know, all over the place. So actually my girls are not here, so I have two girls. And probably thank God, because they would be all over this stuff while I was trying to do the video. And yeah, so this goes over there. We don't need it. And so let's start from this bit, which I think is the most important one. So as I was saying, the HS2, that was the system that Mike SimUK was showing on that video, and it looked really good. So I have my motorcycle driver's license. Actually, I think it was back in 2001, so that's a long time ago, 16 years. Unfortunately, I never actually owned my own bike, so you know I didn't have the chance to ride much. So usually just friends' bikes, short stuff. So because you know it wasn't my bike, so I didn't want to wreck it. So I don't. So although I do know how to ride a bike, but I've actually never owned it. So I wanted to have something that was more or less like a bike, not those plastic thingies that I saw on the internet, which is more or less like a wheel, you know, but instead of a wheel, it's just some plastic stuff. So and Mike was showing his system, which he bought from Alan, also known as Double Dragon. See, everything well packed, great stuff. And he was playing GP bikes, and that looked awesome, really looked awesome. And you know, I got in touch with Alan afterwards, and basically, you know, got the system, you know, bought the system from him, and voila. So this is the handlebar, and the system actually comes in two pieces. So you have the handlebar, and which is basically a, you know, close to a real bike as you can get, you know, with the throttle, brake. So this is the front brake, clutch. So this is actually, oh, scheiße, this is actually broken. So Alan, something probably happened during shipping. So I think this, you know, with some glue, will probably can probably fix it. Yeah, it should be like so. So it shouldn't be a big issue. Yeah, but it's unfortunate. So you probably need to recheck the packaging. So something happened here, but the rest everything seems fine. We can see, you know, some minor things here. I think it was during the paint job. He had some issues with the paint job. A lot of you know, very cold, and it was very hard for him to paint this stuff. But this is, you know, this is metal. This stuff is metal, so it's not you know, plastic. And basically this is the system, and you have here we have here the cables, so we can plug into the computer, and looks good, looks really good. You're missing here the logo. I saw a system here with the logo. I think that would be a nice, really nice thing, either engraved or, you know, whatever you want to do it, but that should be really nice. So this is the handlebar. So let us put here, but the system also comes with, or so you can actually buy the system, either just the handlebar or also handlebar and the foot pegs, so for braking and, you know, the shifting gears. So let's see what this part is. Yes, it is. And so this is actually the HS3 system. So this is the brand new one that Alan created. So a lot more metal stuff and slightly revamped brain, so to speak. So I'm very pleased with getting the the new system. He's actually developing a hybrid one, which will have hydraulic parts for the clutch and braking system. So that should be fun, but that's still under development. And I've been waiting this since June, more or less. So that's when I got a hold of Alan, and it was supposed to be my birthday present, which is in July. But due to a lot of stuff that Alan was working on, I only got the system today, and this is the foot pegs. Looks really nice. This is actually, I believe, from a Suzuki. So the GSXR 1000, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so all the cables are zip tied, so which is great. So this is the connector. So this connects to the handlebar, which is basically the brain, and it's pretty decent cable. So we just connect here. We just rest this here, and so just connect here. So even the connectors, are newer. So this one, and then this, the other side, goes to the computer, which I believe on this box we should have an extra cable. So this is actually looks nice. Although what I'll do is I'll just zip tie this stuff, which is something that I tend to do on my cables, so they just don't come apart. So, and this is the base for the foot peg. So it just goes like so, and then we can adjust this to the position that you feel a bit more comfortable, either slightly up or down. And this goes on the ground. I won't remove this, and I'll tell you why in just a second. And this is the stuff. So this is the piece that, that connects to the table, or attaches the handlebar to the table. Now, initially, I was planning to do the unboxing and, initial setup, and also show my first attempt to ride GP bikes with this. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at things, I'm actually moving houses. So you probably won't see on the camera, but there's boxes all over the place. And so I won't actually set this up, because I would then need to tear it down and set it up again. So what I will do is I'll just put the stand here, which will actually not be the final resting place in the new house, and that's why I'm also filming this with my webcam. So the Logitech. I usually use my Canon 600D to do this stuff. Better video quality and all that. Although the audio sucks, but I use a different method so to capture the audio. So that's why I won't do the proper unboxing that I was thinking of, but I will do that in my new place when I have everything set up. So I'll again show how I'll set this up and configuration on the PC and my first attempt to ride GP bikes. Now, in terms of the excuse me, the stand. So this seems to be 3D printed, and this as well, so it looks nice. There's a texture here, so it will help attach to the table. And here is actually like a sponge, slight sponge, so there's no contact of the metal on the actual table, which is nice, so it doesn't screw anything. So there's a couple of things here, so it just stops. So when I put this here, it just doesn't move any further, which is great. So we just need to tie this. I won't put this, won't make sure that I can unscrew it by hand. So and now this will come in through here. Let me see if I need to unscrew anything else. Let's see what's on this box. So we have USB cable, some zip ties, which is nice, thanks Al, and which seems to be a cap, which I need to figure out where this goes. So I'll ask Alan afterwards. And this is the cable from the system to the computer, so it should be like 5 meters long. So we should have everything that we need, and basically that's how the system looks like. So the system goes like this. It has some springs here, so when we do this, it tends to come to the middle, which is nice. Clutch, which is spring loaded, brake, throttle, which is nice, and of course this doesn't move. So we have here several buttons that we can configure for the different games. Unfortunately, this one is broken. I think it still works. I think it's just plastic, so everything else should, looks fine. So I'll just super glue this stuff and see how it handles, which is unfortunate that it happened. So this should go like this. Yeah, I'll fix this when I get to my new place. So yeah, and that's basically it. So then the other part is rear brake, and then up, down, and this can actually be configured. If I'm not mistaken, we can actually change here the load on the spring, so it just feels a bit more comfortable to the user. So up, down, so the shifting of the gears. This looks nice as well. Yep. So that's basically it. So that's it for today. I'll make sure to have everything set up, or at least have my space set up in my new house, and then I'll set everything up for you know, driving this stuff. Cool. So that's it. So Alan, thank you so much. It's unfortunate, you know, this stuff is broken here. I don't know if this is something that's easily switched. I don't think so, because for that to happen, we should have here like a plug, you know, plug and play. But it should be fine, I think, with some super glue. This will, you know, be perfect. And I don't expect to be pushing the buttons too hard, so it shouldn't be an issue. And that's it. So again, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay, ciao ciao.
TheFREAK Productions.